From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Caleb going to throw right away. And his first pass is incomplete. Now it's 2nd and 10. To throw, Williams. On the move past the 40. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 48 yards. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Bears are on the board here first in the season opener. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And good coverage defensively. They wouldn't let him get ahead of steam going, and he'll be brought down at the 15. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 15. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Mahomes now to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Second and 10. Mixing up the middle. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Mixon with a first down carry. 20! And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 62 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Screen play set up for Williams. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Javonte Williams, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well, as this kick is good. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. At their own 29-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 43 yards on the ground. And look at that. I'd say somebody's already in mid-season form here in game number 1.
Doesn't need a whole lot of carries in the preseason, does he? He needs to get the ball when it counts. And when it does, he makes it count.
Looking to throw is Williams. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Second down and a little more than a yard here. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Rome Odunze, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bears have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. At their own 18-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand-new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year, and this is a great start. A big play here early in the ballgame.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter from Arrowhead, it's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and 5.
Yellow.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Joe Mixon with a milestone, career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Chiefs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
To the air, Williams. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Throwing is Williams. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll go. Here's Williams. And he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
First down, Chicago.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Working out of the gun, Williams. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Let it go.
Williams going to look to throw again. And it's caught. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but now let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
You got Hornet, guys. Let it go.
To throw, it's Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And got his man complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes looking left side, and it's complete. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Up, Hero 15. Argo Blue 80. Fire down these two. Fire down these two. Attack, attack.
Mahomes to throw once more. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play.
Set to kick off.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Looking to throw on second down. Mahomes. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
15, 15. Yellow.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Wide open receiver, complete. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Chiefs come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat. And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short game.
Here's Williams. He's got this complete to Burden. But he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play there on the catch and run. 32 yards.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
Well, they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shot.
Touchdown, Bears! A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bears have broken the tie. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Man, and he hits him in stride. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big play there for KC. 42 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 down at the 31. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. And Xavier Worthy, 31 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Bunker now to add the extra point. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28.
Harrison Butker to kick off.
So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. To throw, Williams. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11. Operating from the gun, Williams. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
From the 46, here's a 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Williams. They'll go for a gain of 7. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
1st down, Bears.
Back to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Rome Odunze. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Bass now to send it away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. He's going to air one out. And it's intercepted. Across midfield. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Bears are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Noah Brown, 66 yards. And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. Extra point by Butker is on target. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Chiefs 35.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Nick Bolton there on the tackle.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Williams. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Vegas!
Looking to throw. Williams. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
First down.
Williams will get this out wide to Adunze. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now, backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Looking to throw is Williams. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Bears 49. Chiefs 35. Tyler Bass.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the
Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Yellow. 15.
Mahomes to throw it. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay. This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. 133 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And the Bears, first down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Chicago, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.